And now it's time for Insights.
I'd like to talk about the "we've gone too far to quit now" fallacy. I've heard a lot of that when it comes to the war in Iraq. Having gone to a certain extent, you can't turn back. It's like crossing a river. Well, an interesting thing about crossing rivers is that there's an indication that going back has a lot of harm involved, and that going forward, you're going to actually have a goal that you're going to reach. And if you have history behind this to back you up, that's wonderful. But if you don't, then there's something to keep in mind. You shouldn't use this reasoning if you don't have any milestones that have been met. If God claims that if you ask for it, it will be given to you, and He doesn't make good with His promise, maybe there's something up. Maybe if God says, now you could make the argument that if God says that if 2 or more people ask something in His name, that it will be granted, and this does not happen, that perhaps you could do a little bit of Star Trek technobabble and say that, well, this is like a Heisenberg uncertainty principle of faith. That since this is true because it's in the Bible, then there's a law to the universe that says that there are no 2 people who are praying for the same thing at any one given time, so that prayers will never be answered. Which would match what we have in reality. We don't have prayers being answered. All tests of prayer have been proven to be ineffective. So, we don't have anything to show for our following when it comes to God. And this is not a principle, the idea that we've been together in this relationship with God or with whatever for so long. This is a reason why we should stay. This is not a relationship. This is not a basis for a relationship with anyone. This is not a basis for the relationship with a spouse. Now, I know some people are going to say, oh my gosh, you're talking about the destruction of civilization. What about the children? I'm not saying that everyone who's just in a relationship because they've been together for a long time should quit. I'm saying that if that's the only basis for your relationship, you need to make it work. You need to have something beyond that. If you have not had anything positive come of your relationship up to this point, set milestones. Set time frames so something will change. Set time frames so something will change. If nothing changes in the relationship and it's based merely on having been together for a long time and there's nothing positive about it whatsoever, you have to change it. You can't go through life based on the notion that we've already gone too far to turn back.